WitchKing.com. Here is another Lord of the Rings classic. This is the High Elven Warrior Sword. This, of course, was the main weapon of the Elven army. You see the sword in the very beginning with the battle between Sauron's Mordor forces and the Elven army and man, of course. I did a review of this one years ago, but of course this video is 4K and much higher res. The other one was like better part of a decade ago, so this one's updated. There's the Lord of the Rings insignia, and see now you can actually see the grip and all the details with the vine going across the entire length of the hilt. So yeah, much higher res. And image stabilization. There's your COA. That's a nice piece of paper. Looks like all of them. All the UC. Here's your instruction. Let me zoom in here. There's your hardware for your plaque. Has these big L brackets. But everyone always loves this blade. This is definitely a Lord of the Rings favorite. Let me zoom out here. And yes, it is massive. Made from the movie prop, so it's exactly the same size. Oh, and as far as the edge, I would say there's an edge on there, but of course, and you can see it's ground down. It's just not very sharp, at least this one isn't. So it can easily be sharpened with sharpening stones or one of these tungsten pieces. Run that across a couple of times. I could easily make this razor sharp. It's just, again, it is ground down. It's more than just a pre-edge. It just is not sharp, I would say. And yes, it is a tempered stainless steel, so yeah, it's not high carbon, but it will hold an edge. Oh, another thing I really like is this blood groove, whatever you want to call it, is sort of a polished appearance, whereas this is a satin appearance. So it's really impressive. That's, again, more polished. Your blood groove, I know some people don't like that phrase. And yeah, that looks really good. It's a nice contrast between that polished appearance and the satin sanded appearance. Alright, let's twist this around, because some people say, hey, what does this seam look like? It matches up perfectly, whereas in the past that was just not possible to make it. This is much better quality than the early editions. Still has some junk on it from the box. So yeah, the seams are really good in comparison to the originals from 15 years ago. Now they're just really matched up really nicely. I need to pull out my original and compare and see what the quality difference is, but I will say this does appear to be much better quality than the early editions, where these vines did not match up on the side. And yeah, before United Cutlery's bankruptcy, this was the last sword to be made, and at one point it was really sought after. It would fetch a pretty penny. And then BK Worldwide sort of took over and remade it, so all those collectors that paid a couple grand for this way back when were very pissed. But oh, can you see the size of it? Let me take a look, see if you, oh, I can't really get it in there, but let's put that down there. Look at this side. And yes, it is massive. And I don't know where the tang stops. I will say the blade is very, very firmly in place. I mean, there is no rattle, no shake. That blade is about 4 or 5 millimeters ground down. And again, it's extremely solid, so don't worry about that. Now let's take a look. Well, you know what? The tang does go all the way down. Let's look at the rivets. There's 1, 2, and where's that third one? 3. So you can see, 4. So yeah, it is full tang, and you can see the rivets. Can you see those? There's 1. So yeah, the blade does extend the length of the hilt. So quality, yes, top-notch quality. No, it's not high carbon, but the actual sword portion is short anyhow. Overall blood, so you don't need to have that flex. But yeah, you can make this razor sharp and go out there and use it as a machete when you're hacking up trees and bushes and orcs and whatnot. So I use mine for gardening. Look at that. I really like that contrast between the polished center and the satin finish, sanded sort of appearance. Alright, let's zoom out. I'm not going to put in a plaque. I don't feel like it. It's too much of a hassle. Again, see away. Oh, sword, massive box. Now they used to have a cover over them. Now they just have these sticky posters that always come undone on the edge. There's one on front and back. So yes, there's no more cardboard sleeve. But who cares? It's only a box. Again, I will say the sword is much better than my early edition. So yeah, United Cutlery did good on that aspect. And again, the tang is definitely full tang. It extends the length of the entirety of the hilt. Incredible quality. And one of my favorite pieces. I mean, that steel looks flawless, as you can see. Do an extreme close-up. Look at that. Oh, is that in focus? And it's not. Now it is. And you can see the hilt. The vines line up perfectly. And we counted those rivets, so it's very durable. Again, no rattle, of course. This is a masterpiece, a classic weapon. It's crazy how old Fellowship of the Rings is now. And that's where this beauty got its start. Okay, witchking.com signing off.